Lead Hawthorn 4-1-25 in what was a very even first quarter by 7 points. We return at the start of the second quarter.
Start of the second quarter, Richmond leading Hawthorn by 7 points in a tough and entertaining affair. Kick taken out of the centre there by Charles, and in front, reading it very well, was Mark Graham for Hawthorn. Defensively, back to Langford, running off half-back beautifully, kicks, and Bullis gets rid of Holland, which is no mean feat. So the big fella gives it off to Michael Gale. Now has his brother in a bit of space. The kick only has to be good, and it is.
Bullis is a very important player to Richmond. They've missed him early in the year.
Here goes Richardson with a big leap from behind. Can't get hold of it. Platten runs with Bond off the ground and into the post.
That centre free kick then was a strange one. One of the Hawthorn boys must have been chatting the umpire. There was no infringement for any other reason.
Jenke about to bring the ball back into play. Looking for the options. Richmond working the zone. Little Powell down there with arms outstretched as Jenke comes out to centre half back. Oh, what a shocker. Straight into the arms of young Ben Holland. That is a poor one. And Ben Holland goes out wide. Platten will try and intercept. Did a good job. Got the right hand on it and quickly backs up and gets it around towards the wing version, southern stand side. All Tigers over here too. Broderick will pick it up. Knights is in there to help out. Gets the handball back to Knights. Two left footers combine. Goes into half forward. And here comes the long lead and the big mark by Richardson. Exciting play to watch. It's a terrible kick. It's a real wonky one. It didn't even start to spin one way or the other. Falls to ground. Tallis again, getting a fair few kicks, probably sixth for the day. Comes out towards the half-back line. Miranda is in there, and the ball over the line and out of bounds. Repeating the scoreboard, Richmond 5-3-33, Hawthorn 4-1-25.
Boundary throw in between wing and half forward. Just looking around for Ruckman. No one there, so Gale and Condon have to do it. They bring it down in front of the pack. Bond is caught. Falls to Broderick. Creative player is Paul Broderick. Hooks the ball back into the front of the square, and Gale, too big for Langford.
Once again, Malcolm, we saw, if they have it on replay, the viewers will see the lovely little check, just a little bit of check body work by Gale to halt Langford's, but there it is, to hold his movement and gave him clear airspace.
Yeah, Broderick's kick was great, wasn't it? Put it at his side.
Well,
put it at his teammate's side.
Yes, gave him the percentage value. You got Broderick and Knights, both beautiful deliverers of the ball.
So Brendan Gales kicked the one goal in the first quarter, and a chance to get the first goal of this second quarter and push that margin out to 14 points for the Tigers. Kicks deliberately, and he's kicked it, so they do lead by 14 points.
Well, you'd have to say the move of playing Brendan Gale out away from centre half forward out of the pocket, allowing both he and Richardson a big area to move into, has paid off already. They're only playing virtually the two forwards up in the square or in the goal 50-metre zone, and there's a lot of room for those forwards to move into.
There's the bounce once again. 6-3-39 Tigers, 4-1-25. Probably the biggest margin of the game as Broderick delivers into half forward. A good tap on by Matthew Richardson. Over to half forward, almost hanging on there. The umpire allowed play to go on. Now he's blowing the whistle now. And he's gone the other way. I must admit, Neil, I thought it was going to be a Richmond free kick beforehand. And Pritchard will take it out to the outer side for Condon to grab the ball. Handball's over the top. This is Graham, the running player, coming down. Oh, it's a slippery deck. He's spilled it. Finally recovers, drives to half forward. That's Nick Holland in front, punched away down to Matthews. And another handful of Gale to Miranda. Miranda looking for someone up further afield. And little Powell is there, spills the mark, turns around. Got into the action a fair bit last week too against Essendon, but didn't get a lot of stats. Handball back, Powell back him up this time to his fellow roving type in Naish. Handball along the ground with a flying kick in towards the full forward line. And Graham tries to knock it away, but Richardson is again there. And he'll play on now. He gets the call and spins around and puts it through for another one for the Tigers.
It's the Richmond smaller players are starting to hurt the Hawthorn team with their movement. They seem to be getting the player up to the contest and to receive the ball off the hands a lot better than Hawthorn are at this stage. And if that continues to happen, of course, Gale and Richmond are going to see a lot of the ball. And we saw Richmond there with his class, which is all class, take another mark in a one-on-one situation. And as we said earlier, he's going to get a lot of those balls.
Well, the full forwards, both Dunstall and Richardson, with 3 goals apiece, and Richmond lead by 20 points. Stolen out of the centre. First one the Hawks have actually got out of the centre for some time. And Hargraves takes a very good mark low down. Wants to play on quickly, does, and has players out wide. And this is Treleaven.
That comment of yours, Malcolm, was good, because Salmon has been getting his hand to a lot of the centre balls, but it's been Richmond who's been taking them out. And I think that they're reading Salmon's knock very well.
So Treleaven's played all the games this year and has hoiked that to the left. So one that the Hawks really needed just to stop that flow from the Tigers. They move on to 4-2. Richmond 7-3, so the margin back to 19 points.
Gaspar, the pressure's gone off him in the last couple of minutes. It's all down on Graham, isn't it? It's amazing how things fluctuate. Gaspar decides for the southern grandstand side, high in the air. Neil.
Yes, Mike, I can just see the pattern of Richmond's hit out now. They're all congregate in the centre, then they all move to one side and get the numbers.
Now Miranda picks up and drives to half forward. Half a dropping back is met. Down on the ground, Daffy into full forward. Here's another one for the Tigers. They're really burning them up.
Just coming back to that kick-off, and we'll get to the goal later. Just coming, the Richmond boys are congregating in the centre. Then they all charge to one side. The kick is delivered there. They have the numbers against Hawthorn, as we saw then. The tremendous contest here, and of course the read off here by Daffy is an absolute beauty. Good contest. Beautiful pick-up by Daffy, as a half-forward flanker should do. And of course he finished his work with a very valuable goal.
So the margin back to 25 points. Richmond in front as Salmon and Charles go at it. Knocked forward by Charles. Campbell, as he's so often done, runs onto it. Fantastic tackle from Woods from behind. This is on. This is pretty tough, this game. The Tigers trying to exert their influence on the game now. Hawthorn kick out of the air. Charles picks it up. Gives it out to the very dangerous Nick Daffy. Caught from behind, pressurised. Great shepherd from Bond. Daffy onto his left foot. Goes towards goal. Richardson over the back, and Hartford in space. Runs in the goal square. Has Salmon. And so Salmon can relieve. Goes out wide to Crawford. Knight's with him. Crawford, lovely grab in front. Now looks at his options towards half forward. So a very high kick. 2 big fellas come. Kellaway gets in front and will be paid the mark or free kick. Stood his ground as Bullis and Holland came at him.
I think they came to play here, Richmond, today. They are super determined.
Looks as though Langford might be back on Richardson now. Kellaway from half back. It'll make it up towards the centre wing, and well up the ground was Richardson, but Salmon handballs it off. Gets it over to Pritchard. A little short pass from Pritchard in the centre. Treleaven looking for someone. And he'll got Hudson on the lead, and also coming up was Dunstall. Hudson will get the ball, handballs it off to Dunstall. Dunstall back towards Kapler. This will be his first kick for the day if he gets rid of it. Oh. And it's a shocking pass. Put his teammate under all sorts of trouble to 11. But Condon picks up the crumbs, handballs to Dunstall. A great smother by Michael Gale. And they are committed, the Tigers. It falls to ground and a knack along the ground. In fact, away from his teammate. Dunstall got it, as you can see. And now taken over the line and out of bounds. But aren't they committed?
They're applying tremendous body pressure on the Hawthorn boys. They just can't get clear.
Oh, this boundary throw-in, all important. Hawks needing a goal. Bond puts a hand in. Holland scoops it back through his legs towards Platten.
Malcolm, 2 players for Hawthorn that must start getting into the game more. One is Platten, and the other is Kapler.
Yes, they've been very quiet on the stats thus far. Certainly Kapler. Boundary throw-in. Rogers. Knights is there to help. It almost throws it away. Sets up David Burke and very direct goes forward. The kick doesn't hit right. And Hartford picks up a wobbly ball and goes out to Kepler. Should have really marked that. Had two hands on it. Pressure was only fair. Miranda caught holding on and will take the free kick.
They are marks, Malcolm. It must be taken in a game like this if your team hopes to win the football match.
Miranda goes into goal. What a great kick. Off the Powell. Oh, Richardson's got a paddock to work in. Certain. Plays on and kicks his fourth.
Yes, Matthew Richardson on fire there, and at half-time, Richmond, after a 5-goal to 3-quarter, moved to 10-6-66, Hawthorn 7-3-45, lead by a margin of 21 points. Can the Hawks get back? Let's have a look at some highlights from the second half.
Further handball, though it's a bit sloppy. Gets it over the top to Crummell, but putting them under more pressure than anything. Now they've got space. Crawford drives, but man in front leading for the ball is Gasper. Went for it confidently. And he's standing it up to it pretty well.
Knee,
down. Dunstall down.
Knee.
Got the knee on the back.
No, Dunstall's done his knee badly here. He's got a real problem.
A torpedo from the standing kick in towards Richardson. Almost had finger to the ball. Almost captured the ball. Keeps it going. The athletic Richardson. He may not be able to chase from coming out of defence, but by gee, he can run towards goals with it.
And Harford goes very long and high. One-on-one contest over the back. Taylor running into an open goal and has kicked it.
Hit the post.
Hit the post. Kick the post, I meant. The ball falls. Platten can't get hold of it. Gale's right with him. Now he can. Finds some space. Wants to buy some time. Kicks it over the top. And terrific play to set up Treleaven. Jason Dunstall just running around a bit as Treleaven kicks and has kicked the goal after the siren to end this third quarter. This should be easy. Richardson dropping back, has help from behind, can't get it. Oh, running on's Powell and is open in a blaze of glory.
Condon only 1 against 2 there, and he's had to give it up. Now he goes back in to make the second effort, and it does well. Whips it out in the open territory, and here's Crawford. He's gained about 40 metres as he kept running down the ground. He really works. In towards full forward. Kepler got a finger to the ball. This is off the ground. Could be close. It could be good. It's there. Went about 15-20 metres to handball. Now here's opportunity knocking. Graham in a bit of open space, but he's got to get rid of it. Great work by Rogers. Unbelievable work, and that's how they've been working hard all day now. Crawford still working hard, can't get it. Matthew Knight's out to Miranda. Miranda 15-20 metres down. They'll allow teammate Bond to come through because he's running towards goal, and the finish is great.
Yes, and final score, Richmond, with 7 goals in the second half compared to Hawthorn's 4, ran out victors 17-12, 114 to Hawthorn 11-7-73 by a margin of 41 points. The goal kickers, well, for Richmond, Matthew Richardson with 7 was excellent, in a fantastic form. His two-pronged attacked up forward mate Benny Gale kicked 4. They were the majors for Richmond. And for Hawthorn, Jason Dunstall kicked 5 before injuring his knee. We'll have
last week to the Brisbane Lions, giving them their first victory for the season, and Melbourne, the improvers for season 1998. Richmond and Melbourne, very tight contest in the opening 3 quarters. Goal scoring was hard to come by.